In this series of videos, I'll show you how to go about creating a character such as this. So I'll take you through the stages of tracing over, coloring, and all that fancy stuff. All right, so let's begin. First up, I'm using version 1.5.5. Now the version doesn't matter, but I'm just letting you know which version I'm using. And because I've been using the light theme for a number of years, I'm going to go ahead and switch to the dark theme. So I'm going to go to Edit, Preferences, and here under Interface, I'm going to just click on this to turn on the dark theme and click on OK. Next, I'm going to drag and drop the image into Synfig. So let me just go ahead and find my image, left click, drag and drop it. And then I'm going to scale it down by using this point right here. All right, so let me press the plus sign right here just to zoom in so that we're able to see it closer. And we can begin anywhere that we want, but I'm going to begin with the leaves here, and I'm going to begin with this one. So for this, I'm going to be using the spline tool. So I'm going to click on the spline tool here, and over in my layer type, I'm going to make sure that I have the advanced outline layer selected, and it's the only one. So make sure that you turn off every other layer type. So I'm going to begin here, left click on the edges to trace the outer part of the leaf here. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to press enter on my keyboard, and my line is created, but as you can see, we need to go ahead and create those curves. So I'm going to switch to my select tool here, and I'm going to zoom in a bit more, right click on the line here, and I'm going to click on insert item and keep shape. And I'm going to, and that added a new point. So now I can left click on this and drag it and match up with my original sketch. I'm not looking to make it exactly like the sketch. I'm going to do the same here, right click, insert item and keep shape, move that into place, and move this over a bit more. And of course, we're going to do the same things over here. So that one right there, and this one right here, and even for this one right here. So I'm just going to move that like so, and then move this down a bit more. This is looking okay. So let me go ahead and left click off of that to see what we have. We also need to go ahead and create a curve for this line here. So I'm going to left click on it, right click, insert item and keep shape, and move that into place there. Last thing that we need to do for this particular leaf is to add the crease line here. And I'm just going to left click again on my spline tool. Let me zoom in a bit more so that we're able to see. And I'm just going to hold on the middle mouse wheel on my mouse to move it over here. And I'm going to left click here and left click here, and then press enter to create that line. And of course, I'm going to add the curve. So I'm going to switch back to my move tool here, right click on this line, insert item and keep shape. And I'm just going to add a curve. And let me zoom in a bit more just to make sure that the line is connected. And let me zoom out by pressing the minus icon here. Okay, so I'm seeing a tear here. So I'm just going to zoom in back, come over here and try and figure out what this issue is. So let me just zoom in a bit more. And this is because the curve is a bit twisted. So I'm just going to rotate around this point, and that should sort that out. And I'm going to move this down a bit more. And let me go ahead and zoom out. Okay, so we're almost done with the line. Now, if you notice, if I should turn this off, or turn these off, click on my sketch, the end of the line is not square, right? It's a bit pointy, or it tapers at the end. Let me just turn this back on, and we're going to go ahead and address that. So I'm just going to turn on this option here, and that should turn on these controls. So if I zoom in, we can see those purple circles. And for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and move this a bit down like so. Let me zoom in a bit more so that you're able to see. And I don't want the line to be square. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to a circular shape. So for that, I'm going to select the center of the circle, right click, and I am going to click on cusp before rounded, and that should taper off the end there. Now, the reason why I selected before rounded is because I created this point first when I was creating this line. If I created this point last, it would be cusp after. But even if it doesn't work out, you can always right click and select the one that you want. So you can experiment with that. Let me move it up a bit more and then move this down to match up with this line there. And let me zoom out a bit more so that we're able to see. Okay, and I'm going to turn on back this line. So let me zoom out. Now that is pretty much done. So I'm going to hold on the control key, and I'm going to select my two lines here, and I'm going to press Control and G, and that's a shortcut to create a group. If the shortcut doesn't work, just select the two layers and select the group icon here, and it should place them in a group. Now I'm just going to call this, I'm going to rename it by clicking on the group and call it left leaf. And we also need to go ahead and create the veins on the inside here. So let me just go ahead and open up back the folder here, and let's go ahead and adjust these lines. So I'm going to just click on the spline tool, and I'm going to left click and drag, hold down this point here and move my mouse to create a curve like so. And then I'm going to just left click on this to adjust. I'm going to press enter to accept that, and I'm going to create another line here. So left click, hold, and create that curve, press enter. Now I'm going to reduce the size of these lines because they're of the same thickness as the outer lines. So I'm just going to left click on my select tool, select this line here, and I'm going to come down here and look for the size. Let me actually select this line here and drag this up so we can get more space. And I am going to go down to where it says width. So let me just scroll down here, outline width. I'm going to reduce that to maybe 0.8. Okay, so that's good enough for me. And I'm going to left click on this one here. And let's go ahead and do the same here. So where it says outline width, I'm going to press 0.8 and press enter. And that is now done. So let me left click off of that so that we're able to see. And I think I'm going to add a bit more curve to this line here. So for that, I'm going to left click on it using my select tool. Oh, by the way, I'm going to turn off the width tool over here by clicking on this, and let me just move this over a bit. We can always go back and make adjustments, but I just want to make these adjustments now so that I don't have to go back. Okay, we need to go ahead and add the dashes or the vein lines. So I'm going to switch back to my spline tool here, and I'm just going to left click and press enter, and left click, press enter, and I'm just creating these and then go back to address them. Now we really should have changed the size of these lines, but we can do those in batches. So if I should select all of my lines over here in my layers panel, I can always go back down to where it says width or outline width and press point. Did I press 0.8 or 0.7? I think it was 0.8. So 0.8, enter, and it would reduce all of those all at once. Okay, so let me just left click off that so we are able to see. And now we can zoom in and adjust all of these lines. So I'm just going to select this one, right click, insert item and keep shape, and then just adjust these. So I'm going to fast forward this point because by now you know how to do all of these. Okay, so we're done with this one here, and we can add a few more if we need to, but I think this is okay here. So because all of my lines are outside of my folder, I'm just gonna select this one here, hold down the shift key and select the top one there. So I'm just gonna cut all of these by pressing Ctrl X, and I'm gonna come into my leaf folder here, and I'm just gonna select any one of my layers here, and I'm gonna press Ctrl V to paste them into the folder. I'm going to place these in a group of their own, so I'm going to press Ctrl G while they're all selected, and we can call these plant veins or leaf veins. Okay, and we can turn them on and off, of course. And these are the outer part of the lines. So I think we're done with this one here, so we can close that up. Now we can move on to the right leaf, and it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to just fast forward this part right here. Okay, and we are pretty much done with the next leaf. So let's go ahead and place that in their own folder. So I'm gonna select the bottom one right here. Doesn't really matter if I select the top one first or the bottom. So I'm gonna hold on shift, select the last one and press Ctrl G, or again you can press the folder icon here to place them in a group. And let's name this one right leaf. So now that we're done with that, let's move on to the body now, shall we? There are a number of ways that we could tackle this part right here. We could create a circle here and shape it up to get this part right there, and then create two lines. However you want to go ahead and trace it over is definitely up to you. But I'm just going to, let's see here. So I think I'm going to use the circle tool. So I'm going to select the circle tool here, and over here inside of the layer type, I'm going to make sure that I have the advanced outline layer selected, and I'm going to turn off the region layer. And for the brush size, it's on 1 so that it maintains the consistency with these lines here. And I'm just going to left click, drag to create that circle. And now we need to go ahead and alter the shape. So I'm going to switch to my select tool here, then move this up, and I'm just going to select, let's do this the easy way actually. So let me zoom out a bit more here, and I'm going to left click and drag over these 2 points here, and I'm going to switch to my scale tool. So select the scale tool, and I'm just going to move these points in together like so. And now I'm just going to select these 2 points right here, and I'm going to switch to my move tool here, and I am going to hold on the shift key on my keyboard and press the down arrow key to move these down into place like so. I'll move it down a bit more, and I'm going to select these 2 here, hold on the shift arrow key again, press the up arrow key this time, and just move these up like so. And now that we have that, let me left click and see what that looks like. Turn off the sketch layer, and that is looking okay. Now let me turn this back on. We could go ahead and rotate this to match up with the pot here, because it's not necessarily straight, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, and that adds a bit more appeal to the character here. So for that, I'm going to select the rotate tool, and I'm going to left click on this, select the entire points, and I'm just going to left click and drag to rotate it like so. Okay, now it doesn't have to be perfect, and I think this is just fine for our purposes. Well, actually, let me go ahead and switch to the scale tool and scale it up a bit more. So I'm just going to left click on this one here, over, move it out a bit, and then move this one out a bit like so. And I'm going to go ahead and create the lower part here. So I'm going to switch to my spline tool, left click here, then left click here, and left click here, then left click here, press enter key, and I'm going to switch to my select tool, select this line right here. Let me actually zoom in and select this line, right click, insert item and keep shape, and just create that curve on the lower part right there. And I'm going to just do the same thing here, right click, insert item and keep shape, and I'm going to move this up to connect with that line there. And I'm going to do the same things over here. Let me zoom in a bit more, move this up like so. And let me zoom in just to ensure that our lines are connecting. Okay, now I'm gonna just left click on this and move it over a bit more to the outer edge. And let me go ahead and check this one over here. Let me zoom in, and that is looking fine. So I'm just gonna press this button here to quickly zoom all the way out, and let me zoom back in, and let me turn off the sketch to see what we have. Now if anything is looking out of place, we can go ahead and adjust it. Turn on back my sketch layer, and let's go ahead and finish this up by selecting the spline tool, left click, left click, left click, left click, enter key, and again, by now you know what to do. Switch to the select tool, left click on the line, right click, insert item and keep shape, and just move this down like so. And let me just turn off back the sketch again to see what we have. I'm gonna left click on this one, and I'm gonna turn on back my tool over here so that we're able to get our purple points. Let me zoom in, and I'm just going to move this out a bit just to get a bit of tapering going on. I think that's too much. Let me move it back down just by a few pixels here. Okay, and I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing with this, but not too thick like we did this one here. And for the top part here, let me select this. We're gonna do the same thing here by finding our points, and I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna move this ring down here, then scale this up like so. That is fine. Let me move this down a bit more so that we won't see the line pointing through there, and zoom out. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one here. So zoom in until we can see the point in the circle, and let me move this over here and just increase this a bit. Like about there. Now I'm not using the same amount of pixels here, just to add a bit of variation, and so everything doesn't feel exactly the same. Okay, so that's looking good, and we could go ahead and do the same thing with our leaves here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Just gonna select this one, move this out a bit, and that's a bit too thick. Let me zoom in, scale this down a bit, like maybe about there. I'm going to do the same thing for this one here, like there. Let me scale it down a few more pixels, like maybe there. So that is looking fine, and let me turn on back my sketch, and the outer part of our plant is pretty much done. So let's go ahead and take care of the face. With my spline tool selected, I'm just going to go ahead and left click, left click, left click, left click, and I need to join these points. So I'm going to right click over the origin point here, and I'm going to click loop spline and press enter to join those points there. And now I'm just going to switch to my select tool. So let me zoom out and see what we have. So that is our eyebrow. Now we don't need to go ahead and create another one over here. We can just duplicate this line. With this line selected, I am just going to press Ctrl C, Ctrl V on my keyboard to duplicate it. Then with the select tool selected, I'm going to left click, select all of these, and I'm going to switch to my mirror tool here. And now I'm going to hold down the shift key, select any point, and just drag, and it should flip to the other side like so, and release. And now we have our two eyebrows there. And let's go ahead and put those into groups. So I'm going to select these two eyebrows here, Ctrl G, and let's call these eyebrows. Let me close up this leaf right here. With our eyebrows now down, let's go ahead and do the eyes. And we have our eye and our pupil, and I'm going to just place these in a group. So I'm going to select these two here, and then I'm going to press Ctrl G, and with that group selected, I'm going to press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, duplicate that, and then we're going to move this duplicate over. So I'm just going to, with my select tool selected, let me zoom out here so we're able to see the controls here. I'm just going to select the gray point here to move the entire origin point. Move this down on the eye, zoom in, and I'm just going to hold down shift while pressing and holding the origin point here, then release to move my eyes over here. And I'm just going to go ahead and adjust that as I see fit, like maybe there or a bit more to the right. And our eyes are now done. But let's rename this. So I'm going to rename this. So I'm actually going to call this one the left eye and the other one the right eye. So and let me zoom out and take a look at what we have. If I should come down here, turn off the sketch, we can see what we have. And let me turn that back on. And the next thing we need is the mouth shape here. So let me zoom in and do that really quickly. I'm going to switch back to the spline tool, left click here, press enter, zoom in. I'm going to switch to the select tool, select my mouth shape here, turn on the width tool, and I'm going to add a bit of thickness. Now let's go ahead and add this tooth right here. So switch back to the spline tool, left click here, hold down the left click, drag to create that curve, release, then left click on this part, press enter, and we have his little baby tooth right there. So let me zoom out, and we are almost done. So let's go ahead and turn off the sketch again to see what we have. Now there are some lines here within the plant pot that we could add, but I'm going to add those after we've colored the character here.